They can hear me, but can they hear you? Oh. Welcome, folks, to episode 236 of the JAC Show. I'm the genuinely beautiful and moronic hack.
And I'm your favorite VTuber, Jack.
And tonight, we're gonna start an OnlyFans. No, I'm not kidding.
No,
I kid. We lack certain credentials to go down that career path unless we go for a very, very niche market, and lucrative. But no, it's not worth it. But you know what is?
All right, show them your feet pics.
I gotta clip my toenails first.
No, just paint them. If they look feminine enough, then they'll sell.
No, I gotta get rid of the eczema. For the record, I do not have eczema, but for the sake of the joke, I have it in this scenario. Gotta cream it.
Bunions.
The gout. I got the gout.
The gout. Just add in more debuffs.
I like that's how you call it, debuffs. Gamer lingo for everything. Yo, I need to increase my stamina by going ready. I gotta go to the stamina shop, aka the McDonald's, to raise my stamina.
Imagine there is an isekai anime, but instead of like everything being super magical, like where they say like poison 2, poison 3, they'll just go, I cast gout. I cast Achilles ACL torn.
It has to be no, if any of that sounds like a stand. You can like, you can't outright like break a bone, so you have to, your stand's power would have to cause your opponent a very specific type of illness, or either illness or pain. So you can't just break someone's leg. You gotta, with my stand, quick. Well, give me a name for the stand. So at least something medical related. Give me something.
Medical related. Code Blue.
With my stand, Code Blue, I am going to fry your vocal cords, thus not allowing you to use your stand. Shut up and shout. I'll say, hey, get a welcome.
Okay, first of all, we gotta admit, Code Blue does sound like a cool stand name.
I'm surprised it's not one already, but when I hear Code Blue, all I can think about is Mountain Dew.
Mountain Dew, you're the only one that can help me with Code Blue.
and then when he gets struck with the arrow, Code Blue turns to Code Red.
I'll get another arrow, and it's like it goes to Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
Yeah, that's the final four in the Baja Blast. Baja Blastudu. Oh man, I haven't. Yes, this is a post-part 6 stand. It sounds like it. Oh gosh, actually, man, it has been. You know what? It has been quite a while since I have watched or read any JoJo. I should probably break that streak soon.
Especially since they're about to show off the
Steel Ball Run.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the mangas is already officially translated and released here, like at least the first volume. Yeah, so it will not be long until all of JoJolion will be officially in English, and then the current JoJo arc, JoJo, I think what's called JoJo Land. Ghetto Part 9. Ghetto, he will correct me. I think it's called JoJo Land. I think. Either case, I definitely need to catch up. There, I was right. JoJo Lands. There. I was somewhat right. Thank you, Ghetto. I definitely need to catch up, at least on the reading. but I'm running out of space. Yeah, and you know what? I need to e-beg for another bookshelf. That's what you need to do. Please,
You need to
everyone.
e-bag.
Yeah, everyone's give me $5. PayPal it to me so I can afford another bookshelf.
Give me your energy.
Give me your energy, aka give me your Cash App. Give me your Cash App fund so I can get another bookshelf for my room.
Yeah, let's just ask all the 200 subscribers. Give us $1 because if every subscriber gives $1, you get $200 in total.
Exactly, and with that, I can afford a bookshelf from IKEA. Hey, Johnny,
Perfect.
it's called JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Tokyo Drift. Isn't that Steel Ball Run basically? No, it's not. But speaking of old things, so as I was telling you before we started, Jack, yesterday I did not watch the Super Bowl, and I imagine most people here did not.
Yep.
But you know what I did do? In fact, what I did the entire weekend, I dusted off my I dusted off my not I'm sorry, I should grab myself, not my but my dad's Dreamcast that I gifted him about like 8 or 7 years ago, that he hardly used, if at all. And I got it up, I plugged it into my fat TV, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna use this thing. And so for this whole weekend, I spent a lot of time of how to acquire Dreamcast games in a way that is the alternative method of how you would normally get Dreamcast games if you could read between the lines. and Jack, I'm having a good time with it. I was just having a good time playing with it. I did get used to the controller. I don't know if you ever, Jack, if you ever, you know what you should do, Jack. You gotta come by my place, and you can hold it for yourself, or just stop by a game shop and just ask them to hold a Dreamcast controller. And I want you just to imagine playing Sonic Adventure on that thing, and you realize how a miracle it is to play on that damn controller.
Oh no, I remember it clearly, especially since I was a kid. My hands could barely fit around it.
Well, now that you're a full-grown man with big man hands, now is the opposite problem. It is such a weird foreign factor. You get used to it, but it's definitely like we're spoiled by modern controllers because they essentially figured out ergonomically what's comfortable. But the Dreamcast, it was like it's a step in a direction. I'm just not sure if it was the right direction. Also, we should. Oh, hold on. This says, guys, hit our boy. Actually, no. You know what? I will say this because I know who you're talking about, Ghetto. For what I was doing, the Dreamcast games, the way he has them, actually won't work through the way for me to use it on the actual hardware. The way he has those Dreamcast games would work on, let's say, on any modern computer. What I had to actually go somewhere else to find a very specific file so I can use it on the Dreamcast. So he was my first choice, but he did not have what I was looking for. Yeah, so stop by, hold it for yourself, me on every first date. Hey yo. Johnny says, I know that controller decides to reject a Star Wars prop. I just can't prove it. The fact that it's very awkward to hold, yeah, I can believe that. But yeah, I spent time there. The game I spent the most amount of time has been Virtua Fighter 3. And then I did enjoy it. it's a weird midway of Virtua Fighter where it's not as not clanky, it's not as janky as the first two games, but it's not as tight as the modern one. So it's in that in between. And Jack, I can tell you this right now: the one thing that makes that game kind of hard to play is not the actual fighting; it's the uneven stages. Because the big gimmick about Virtua Fighter 3 is that you fight on uneven terrain.
Oh.
So because of that, let's just say I have the high ground is a valid strategy on that game. It is a valid strategy. Like, I am literally having to block high on low attacks whenever I'm wherever I'm on a lower terrain. It's awkward. But I get it, it's a way that's the realism, because you're not gonna fight in a flat area all the time. No.
Yeah.
So the cool part is there was one stage I actually did recognize in Virtua Fighter 5 where you're fighting on a raft. So I'm like, oh, cool. They brought that for the 5th game. So it was nice to see something familiar. Other than that, other than Virtua Fighter, I wanted to try different genres. So I got a Sega racing game that I am Sega Rally 2. That I definitely need to get better, because one of those arcade racing games where it's less about actually like racing your opponent and more so like beating the checkpoint time. Because if you don't finish the lap on the checkpoint time, you automatically lose. My only one problem with that game is that after the loading times. The loading times are a bit of a buzzkill, especially when I'm doing the practice laps. I'm just practicing. After you practice, the game goes into like the game over screen, and then you're back to the main menu. So it's not like, would you like to practice again? There's none of that. It's just, all right, here's your chance to practice. All right, you're done. Back to main menu. I was like, okay. Clearly, it was a rush port, because that's not good. And then finally, the final Dreamcast game I acquired was a classic, the original Sonic Adventure. And to my surprise, Jack, number one, it did feel pretty cool to play that game on the original hardware. Wait, hold on. No, Soccer Wars. Isn't that on the Saturn? The Ghetto? That Soccer Wars on the Saturn. Anyways. Playing Sonic Adventure on the original hardware, number one. If there's one thing, though, about the Dreamcast controller, Jack, that's actually really good, is that control stick. That control stick's actually really good. And moving Sonic around feels so buttery smooth. Like, oh my god, it feels buttery smooth. It's like I'm actually the fastest thing alive. You don't even know. You don't even know.
You're the fastest in the universe.
Yeah, but Joyce.
Space Australia.
DBZA jokes. I love them. So that was a good bunch of my whole weekend, just messing around with the Dreamcast. And I'm gonna start with 3 games and just put some time into it. Mostly either just messing around with Virtua Fighter 3, hopefully get some out of that Sega racing game, and of course play Sonic Adventure. See if I could do better than Dr. Crow. Although, in fairness to him, the game is not difficult at all. So, but he is going through that well. It's definitely much easier to go back to than some of the original Sonic games. Soccer Wars on Dreamcast? Wait, but was it ever into English, or is it only in Japanese? Because I'll look that up while Jack takes over. Jack, you have any thoughts on the Dreamcast? While I'm trying to prove Ghetto wrong.
Well, when it came to the Dreamcast, my memories with it were very short-lived. Mainly because when we did own a Dreamcast, I was still but a wee baby. I barely remember most of the things. All I know is that We did had some. I think. Hold on. Let me double check the game. Wasn't Fantasy Star on the Dreamcast?
The original, or talking about Fantasy Star Online?
Let me double check. Yes, Fantasy Star Online was on the Dreamcast. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember very briefly I played Fantasy Star Online, like just my brother let me play an area and just couldn't really figure it out much, but I did, more or less. Other than that, I do remember he used to play Shenmue on it.
Of course.
Good old Shenmue.
Oh yes. You know what? I missed out on replaying it this past Christmas season. But this upcoming one, I definitely will not. And also Ghetto, I'm looking for it. So I can believe you, Sakura Wars on the Dreamcast, but it does not seem to me that it was ever released in the U.S. See, there you go. Fan translation. No, I'm not gonna go through through all of that. I think because isn't the original game also been ported to other systems too? I know there's one on the Wii, I believe, unless that's just a different Sakura Wars games. You know what Sakura Wars is, Jack? You know what we're talking about?
Sounds familiar, but I don't know.
I can't give you like a good just not like idea of it, but the famous thing about it is that it is basically a JRPG with harem mechanics. There you go.
Figure out because that sounds so. Oh, at least I've seen the cover art for this stuff.
I remember one. Oh, yep, and there's robots too. Yes, of course, robots, and it takes place. And you know what's funny about that? It technically like takes place in the early 20th century. So like, this is so it's. So it's not in the future, but it's not in the past. It's in basically like the 1920s, and there's robots.
Man, maybe they're a little bit too optimistic with the guessing when we'll have robots or mechs.
And I do know that one of the famous lady characters is she's like the American, and I want you to take an educated guess what American stereotype she is, because it's a one that you can easily guess.
The cowboy?
Yep, she's a cowgirl. She's a cowgirl that wants to be a samurai.
Is she the cowgirl? Is she a cowgirl and like blonde hair, has like voluptuous boobs or something like that? I don't know.
Actually, no. The ladies are modest in proportion, but no,
wow.
But she has red hair, especially like the tomboy of the group, and she has like a kind of cowgirl clothing. I guess that's the best way to say it. Not like Jessie from Toy Story, not like her, but she's wearing horse riding gloves. She has like a little sheriff star, a 10-gallon hat, boots, all of that.
That's amazing. I'm surprised they didn't go with the low hanging fruit.
It's a game I do want to try out. It's a game that I definitely do want to try out, but I just need to learn what's like the most available version of the game I can get, because I think that's one of those games that's just been ported to everything in the past few years.
Oh, that's a cute outfit. That's very cute.
I know you're looking
at her right now.
I know for a second I thought you were quoting Spider-Man. I was about to say, did your husband make it for you? Oh man, that's just a samurai, the proverbial reverse. God dang it, Johnny. It says a samurai, the proverbial reverse cowgirl. Yeah, it's just Sakura Wars agenda has been spread. Yes, yes, he wants to spread it more. Honestly, it deserves it. It's a highly regarded JRPG, so it deserves it. It deserves it more so than others that I have tried. More so than others. By the way,
you don't want to talk about Fire Emblem?
I don't know if I definitely deserves it. That's not. No, I play some lesser JRPGs that are like, man, we could have gone something else instead of what I played.
You know, you know what? Let's talk about underrated. No, not underrated. Low performing JRPGs. Oh my god, I love Last Remnant. It's my favorite game. Square Enix hit the money on the head with that one. Nail on the head.
You know what? In that case, I too love. I too have played the two other Project Rainfall games that no one talks about because Xenoblade took over. I do love playing The Last Story. I love playing an RPG with cover mechanics. And I also love playing Pandora's Tower, a JRPG all about making a vegan girl eat raw flesh to save her, of course.
Yeah,
it's so cruel. Like you're the I put more time to Pandora's Tower because I really want to give that game a shot. Unfortunately, it's kind of janky, but like the whole your goal is you're climbing up this tower, getting like these monster flesh from these bosses, bringing it to a princess who has like this disease, and and the whole one lore thing is that everyone in this kingdom does not eat meat. Like it's like a taboo, it's a no-no. So, but in order for the princess to survive, she has to eat meat. But the meat you bring for her to eat, because of I think either a witch or someone told you had to do it to save her, it can't be cooked, so she has to eat it raw. And so every time like you beat the boss, you get a cutscene where you just hear like the princess going, "All right, here we go," and then just all the fleshy meat sound effects, and it's like, man, this is a weird game. It's like I don't know what this game is trying to tell me. If the gameplay at least improve, you know what? That probably is a game that I need to get another chance, because like maybe there was something there that I didn't see as a young teenager. Maybe it's the game that might turn me vegan. It's not, but you never know. It's like, and maybe I try The Last Story again, because only due to the fact that the creator of Final Fantasy, I forget his name, but every time he tries to do something that's like make a game that's not Final Fantasy, it never takes off. Yeah. And I feel kind of bad because he generally has some interesting ideas, but he's like a band that made that one great album, and every album since then just does not hit the same. You're like, no, I'm trying to do something different. I'm trying to do something different.
No, we want the same. We want the same thing. We don't want different.
Yeah, but the worst part would be, but the worst part is that the band that in the Final Fantasy comparison, the one that makes a great album, but all the members of that band leave him. So he's like, all right, I want to make my own band, and then they leave, and then the other members leave. They make their own band with the same style, and they went off to a huge success. Well, he's like, I made that one album though. Thank you, Ghetto. Hironobu Sakaguchi. That is the creator of Final Fantasy. Thank you. I mean, that's how I see it. Maybe he's actually a lot more of success, but I just never see the game. Like every time Square Enix would advertise a game that mentioned his name in the title, it's rarely a game that's ever like some success. Yeah, it's a game about giving girls your raw meat, and you played it on the living room big TV, on the upstairs big TV. There's a difference. It means that I mostly saw it, but I remember But I remember my mother was doing something upstairs and she saw me playing it, and even I told her, I was like, yeah, no, this game is even weird for me too. It's like I wish I could tell you that it's that is not weird, but no, it's weird. But hey, at least the Nintendo Wii has like 3 more JRPGs than none, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, but by the way, you know what? Here's your next challenge. Here's your next challenge. Play the Dreamcast version of Rainbow Six.
Oh boy.
I'm sure it will feel good. Don't you want to play a first-person shooter with one control stick?
Well, I mean, I've done that before, so.
Well, you can do it again.
We'll see.
You can do it again. Wait, sorry, not first-person shooter, a first-person tactical shooter. You gotta be tactical.
Who says I'm not tactical?
I don't know. Johnny, how do you rate JAC's Yu-Gi-Oh deck or his Pokemon deck, whatever? How do you rate your deck? If you had to grade yourself on your, that's still tactics. No. That's still strategy. Yes.
No. Have you played recent Yu-Gi-Oh? It is not tactics. It is copying someone else's deck and being like, I made something new. Because if it was tactics, I might as well be a genius because I just went ahead and go, oh look, I found a cool card. It looks purple, it's blue, has some cool colors to it. Let me just, okay, this one has the same name as this one. I guess this one goes well together. Oh, this one has also the same name as this one. You know what? Let me just put these all together. And I play it. And then Johnny's like, wow, that's such a meta deck. I'm like, well, I didn't know. If it's this easy, then I have a problem with Yu-Gi-Oh then.
Johnny says, brainless slop. Bitch ass plays Terraments. It's calling you out. Alright, fine.
Yeah, Johnny, who was the one that told me, go with whatever is on the go with whatever packs that are currently in rotation. I picked one that looked interesting to me, and now I'm getting flamed over it. Okay. You tell me to pick whatever, and I pick whatever, and then you're like, no, that's the wrong decision.
Pick whatever you want, but whatever you pick, I will judge you harshly. That's what Johnny was saying there.
It's like a woman.
Careful, he's gonna serve you that tea. But speaking of woman, there has been a woman on my mind very recently.
Oh.
A fictional woman. I know, the worst kind. That's really good. And not for whatever reason, but I guess because I have seen a few videos of it, I feel like I actually want to dip my toes back again in playing Tomb Raider, because my Tomb Raider experience is very, very, very limited. How limited? I've only played one Tomb Raider game, and that was many years ago, and that was the 2013 reboot, the one with all the gory death animations of Laura. Simply empowering. But I remember playing that game and thinking, that's all right. I had a good time. God, I thought he was gonna dip my toes back into hentai. Oh, that's funny. But no, I mean, it's Tomb Raider. For some people, there's no difference. For some people, I might as well be saying I'm gonna be playing the pornography game at the pornography store. That's my alibi. Why were you gone at 3 a.m.? I was playing Tomb Raider at the pornography store.
I mean, Ghetto, it sounds like he is saying that.
Like I'm saying, for some people, Tomb Raider is basically that. even though it's not. But I rest my case.
True.
But I want to play Tomb Raider game again, and I am debating of whether I should play the second game of the reboot trilogy that came out in the 2010s, or if I should go way back and finally like play the original Tomb Raider games. So I'm kind of debating myself, but like I definitely do just want to play something that's adventurous, especially since when Dr. Crow started his Year of Sonic thing, I definitely was going slightly getting back into the let me play some Sonic, but I made a rookie mistake, and that mistake was playing Sonic 1. And playing Sonic 1 immediately went back to like, all right, I'm kind of done with Sonic for the time being. and I beat Sonic 1, I should see. Did Dr. Crow beat Sonic 1? I want to say he did.
I'm pretty sure he did.
Yeah. Well, I went through the same struggles as him, and Jack, I could tell you that Sonic 1, is the first game for a reason, and that is because they did not figure out how to make him work, and it is a struggle to play that game, and quite simply, I was not having a good time. There was only 2 zones in the entire game in which I felt like this was fun, and that was Green Hill Zone and Starlight Zone. Everything else, I'm like, this is everything else. I was like, this is terrible. Why giving me all this tricky platform in a game in which building up momentum more often than not puts me in danger? Just, I give it grace because it's the first game, but man, that deflated my my want to revisit the old Sonic games. So now I'm like, forget this hedgehog. give me the big boob chick. At least she looks pleasing to look at. but yeah. So hey, off the list. Now I've beaten Mega Man 1. I've beaten Sonic 1. I think the only first game I actually need to beat next is probably Mario Brothers 1, but I don't know. Mario Brothers 1 is a bit tough at times.
Are you gonna do all the worlds, or are you gonna do the skips?
For Super Mario Brothers? Oh man, I debate with myself because I do get kind of in the mood. Like, if I want to play something quick, I'll just pick up a Mario game, and I know, at least I know the famous skip. I don't know all the skips in the game, but I know the famous one that everyone knows in World 2-1. But doing that to me doing that would make sense if I had the skill capable of surviving World 4, but I don't. If anything, is just like, instead of I just skip it ahead into the harder levels that I'm just not prepared for. So it's not worth it. Like, let me actually just beat it the way it was that without the skips, and maybe in the future I will be more comfortable doing that. But Mario 1 can be a cruel mistress at times. Still though, out of all the first games, that one is still like, it's actually pretty good how well it's held up for being the first game. All things considering. Mega Man 1 has weird stuff. Sonic 1's just a mess to get through. But Mario 1? It's a classic for a reason.
Yep.
Actually, you know what? Have you been? Actually, what? Actually, I know you've been in some classic games, but which ones have you been like recently, if any? Or
recently?
Or are you forever in the live service game hole?
Let's see. Recently, let me look at my library to see which ones I played recently.
He's flipping through. He's got his reading glasses on. Then he goes, "Oh, I remember this. I've beaten this back in 2002 when I was but a babe.
No,
When I was but a babe."
no, recently none so far.
Oh,
Been playing live service games.
Oh, you got
Been playing the Arc Raiders and the Warframes.
Got play. You gotta change. You gotta get back to your roots. Gotta get back to your roots of playing games with the beginning and middle and end.
I guess in a way you could technically say Halo because I was doing cursed Halo.
Yeah, that is. Oh, you know what? I'll be more specific. You gotta go back to the gaming roots because obviously your roots and kind of my roots are Halo 2, like tangentially, but like the roots of gaming. What roots of gaming? At least one, like for this year. I think that would be a nice little personal goal, just to beat one classic game, even if it's like.
I mean, we are doing that right now.
Well, more.
We're gonna talk about it next week.
Yeah, we'll dive into more of that. But older than that, older than our like literally older than the generation we grew up with.
Oh.
You're
killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls.
Confirmed. Jack can't play games past before 1999. Confirmed.
You're killing me.
Johnny, so you can shut up your prefrontal cortex completely and go for sports games. There you go. No, there you go. Wait, look. It depends. If you were actually into one sport, you might have a different tune. Because I'm telling you this. A good baseball game can change your life, and Virtua Tennis is a pretty good tennis game. Any Virtua Tennis. Sega can make a damn good tennis game, more so than Nintendo, in my humble opinion.
No.
You can play FIFA Street. go emulate that.
That is the worst thing you've ever recommended me. Okay, like
FIFA
the only exceptions that I've actually enjoyed are the baseball games, hockey, and boxing.
And if you want to count it, I mean, it's more arcadey and not a sim, but the Mario Strikers games.
Yeah, that's good too.
Yeah. Same thing with NFL Blitzer and Bay Jam. And if you want to bend the rules, wrestling games kind of sport games, right, Johnny? Right, Johnny? I'm sure you enjoyed that. Long gone are the days of SmackDown versus Raw, and now it's just WW2K insert year. I'm sure you love that.
If only we can do another Mario Strikers.
That we definitely
mostly because
we definitely can.
Because I
just gotta relearn the game. I just gotta relearn the game again.
I do too. Everything like the last time I played Mario Strikers was I think with Dr. Crow. I think it was Dr. Crow.
Did you defeat him brutally?
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
I mean,
I kind of felt bad.
No, it's a victory. Don't.
I kind of felt bad because there were points where they're like where he was trying to get the ball and I just kept lobbing them up in the air. He's like, "Stop doing that!" I'm like, "No, I don't want to
play to win.
I don't want to stop."
Sorry, doctor, we gotta play to win. I got money on the line. That bird.
Yeah.
Also, Johnny, I'm glad that I know you well. Yep. Because trust me, as a kid, I always wanted to play the SmackDown versus Raw, but I never had the opportunity.
Actually, you know what? If they made a Blue Lock video game, I'll play that.
What about a Captain Tsubasa game?
I was tempted to, not gonna lie, but I don't know.
I mean, unlike Blue Lock, it exists. There's a few of them.
Know.
You know what?
But at the same time, I'm just like, I don't know. Like it's. I kind of want to try it, I tried watching the anime, and I dropped it mostly because I forgot to keep watching it. But yeah,
that
like
happens. Johnny says rematch is basically Blue Lock, the video game. Well, there you go.
yeah, but well, I can't play as Bachira.
Well, you know what? You know what the true sports game you need? That's right. If you want to play a true a game of football, don't play FIFA. Don't play anything else. Get back into Rocket League.
I swear. Okay, so there was this whole debacle happening with Rocket League that I've heard of, and I'm just like so confused on. Maybe okay, the game probably it does have some kind of skill base like to do these things. I don't know. I don't know the game. I tried it for like a few hours, got bored of it. There was this one famous streamer called Jinxie. He was being like taught how to play the game, and they had this weird rule where if he can be able to score a goal with like against the top leader of the game or something like that, he wins, and I don't know what he wins. After all the training, the Jinxie gets a lucky shot and within like the first 20 seconds of the game and basically won the challenge right there and then.
Oh wow.
And I'm just like,
it's like chess.
This is what you guys were hyping up. Like
Yes.
you were hyping this up like to a point where like, oh, it's gonna be such an amazing game. The top player is gonna like beat Jinxie out the match. I'm like, you know, this game does have a certain number of chance. It has a certain luck to it.
Nah, all skill, baby. Just like in Mario Party, all skill.
You know, it's just like what they say in Blue Lock. You can have everything, but then at the same time, what could change the outcome of the match is a little bit of luck and being in the right place at the right time.
Which is true to life. And no, I will not play Quidditch. Only because the woman who would like that. I mean, I don't know. Do you really want to go after the Harry Potter women? I'm sure. I'm sure most of them are fine. I'm sure.
That reminds me, I got the game. I forgot I had the game.
A Quidditch game?
They gave it
or
no. They had the recent Harry Potter game.
Oh, the Hogwarts Legacy.
Yeah, I got it for free.
All right, trying to do an RP stream. Come on, you got the purple hair. Go be a Hufflepuff or whatever.
I'm gonna do the same thing what they do in the movies. They'll just say Expelliarmus and stupefy and not do anything else. No combat, just stupefy, Expelliarmus.
That's the meta. It's like you get just do
the meta.
That's the meta. Just do the two spells that works that 50% of the time works all the time.
You know, it's funny how like apparently in the books he actually uses like a bigger repertoire of spells, but in the movies just like Expelliarmus.
Well, of course. Do you want to slow the movie down and explain what spell he's casting? No, we gotta get straight to it. We gotta hype up Hermione and belittle Ron. Apparently, that's like a big difference. I don't know. I stopped at Chamber of Secrets. I
stopped in the second one.
Yep, I didn't fall into that trap as a kid. Which, you know what? Even though it was misguided of my parents to think that Harry Potter was gonna make me be a Satanist, as misguided as that was, you know, in the end, it was for the greater good. And I'm glad that I didn't fall into the big Harry Potter hole, or else I would be right on Blue Sky complaining about J.K. Rowling because of what she said 5 years ago, and 4 years ago, and 3 years ago.
Four scores.
It's like, oh, little heck. Let me tell you of the time that I ratio J.K. Rowling on Twitter. You see, back then, people thought there was more than two genders. It was an interesting time. Anyways, so sports games, how well? I mean, they exist. There is a lot of people who do love them. We're just not those people, unless for a very specific sports games, very specific ones. But if it's not those, we're not interested.
I want the esports.
Actually, I do actually want to share a little quick anecdote regarding a sports game, one that I was brutally disappointed by.
Mm-hmm.
So I was able to play the second Mario baseball game called Mario Super Sluggers, which is for the Wii.
Mm-hmm.
And I was playing it through my Wii U, and I kid you not, there's so many things about after learning through the tutorial and understanding the game works. I did like my first game on the easiest setting just to get a gist of it. And I'm telling you, if you would have saw me in that room, you would have saw me like basically you would have saw how I would have acted in an actual baseball game if I cared about the team, and just see a side of myself you never saw. I'm telling you, when I got that out on Toad, I put my full anger onto Toad. Telling him, get out of my field. And I said some words. Some words were said. Now, keep in mind, it is alone in my room, so I look even extra crazy. But if I get that run or if I score a point, it wasn't just like, yeah, score a point. I was like, yes, screw you, Bowser, I did it. Anyways, I was hyping myself up. Then I was like, okay, let me actually play with some actual challenge. So he turned to low tier act a little bit. It's only a smidgen. So I put it on normal difficulty because I actually want to try to play the game as meant to be played, and played on that. It showed how much the motion controls absolutely destroyed this game's potential. Jack, tell me if this so if you're making a Mario baseball game with motion controls, obvious thing you can do is swing the remote to hit the ball with the bat. Same thing like in the Wii Sports Baseball. You can use it to pitch and you use it to hit the ball. However, just those things was none of it. The game could not read my movements at all. And I tried, and I wasn't sure if it was like TV or censored by location. I didn't know. I'd even looked up online to see if this was an issue, and yeah, just the games just cannot register your motion controls accurately like half the time. So, but I could still get a hit, and I could still throw fastballs. Now here's the problem, Jack. Once this is for fielding. So once your opponent hits the ball and it's out in the field, you have to go chase it, right?
Yeah.
In order to sprint to the ball, you have to waggle your Wii remote. So now you're playing with the Wii remote and nunchuck. So with the control stick, you're moving to get the ball, and you're shaking the Wii remote to run faster. You get the ball. Now, in my head, how I would design this is, okay, if I wanted to throw it to any of the bases, the best way to do it was, hey, use the D-pad, because that naturally corresponds to the bases on the field. Especially if you hold the Wii remote, if you hold the Wii remote up, it's the perfect ideal. Just press it, and your character would throw the ball to them. No, Nintendo over-engineered and thought that was too simple. In order to throw your ball to the correct base, you have to shake your remote while pointing your control stick in the direction you want to throw it. So now imagine you're sprinting with the Wii remote to get the ball, you get it, and then you have to shake it again while readjusting your control stick to point it to the base you want to throw it at. And try to do
I think I understand.
And try to do that all that smoothly. The game is making you use the same. Basically, the game is making you use the same controls, but depending on if you have the ball or not, the function of them changes, like in a quick second. Because if you're not paying attention to where you're pointing, oops, this runner is going to second. Oh, I accidentally threw it to third, and now the runner is safe because I did not quickly move my controller stick up because I was busy trying to get the ball in the first place. I'm moving the character with the control stick. And then I was like, okay, let me look at the other control options. And I tried the one where playing the Wii remote on its side because you don't have to deal with motion controls. But then but then you get to a different problem, and that is that if you try to play it on its side, your character automatically runs would automatically run when fielding, which means you have no control of when one of your players is trying to get a ball. You just have to let them run. And so it's like, so literally playing with just the Wii remote, you're not access to a major part of the game. Because what if you actually want to do a fancy catch or try to stop a home run, or you got to slide in, you would try to do that, all those regular controls, but no Wii remote, nope. You just have to let the player run automatically at like normal speed. So after a while, I just kind of gave up, and I'm like, man, this is like, damn. And this is the last Mario baseball game, and Nintendo never made another one. Mario Strikers came back, and I know people have harsh opinions, but at least it came back. Mario Baseball is true. Mario Baseball is stuck with a terrible, not unplayable, but mediocre sequel. And you know, I guess I'm just waiting for the GameCube version, the first one, to make its way to NSO. Because by that point, at least I could play it again through legal means. Because I definitely do know there's a whole community of Mario Superstar Baseball people who absolutely like what Smash Brothers did to Melee. They did the same thing to Mario Baseball. Jack, there is a whole meta of which players you put on your team. Because there's a mechanic of, hey, if you put characters with chemistry with each other in specific positions, you can have better fielding or better running or better stats, basically. So there's all this whole meta of like, hey, if this is your team captain, use these characters on your team. And put them in these specific spots. And when I learned that, I'm going, no, we went too far. No, dial it back.
No, we got a meta.
No, we went too far. This is a pure American, Japanese, and I guess we can include Latin American sport. They count. They play baseball. Much to Johnny's chagrin.
We gotta do meta.
No, don't.
Everything has to be meta.
No, keep it pure, keep it fun.
We can never have fun. Only meta. And then once when the meta gets too meta, people drop it, play the next game over, and repeat the cycle.
And the cycle continues.
Like I swear, to kind of go into a tangent about the current landscape of games and like people chasing metas. As y'all know, I've been playing a lot more Arc Raiders recently, and I started seeing like there's just a certain way people want you to play, and it's just like it really bothers me that I can never play a game anymore without having someone say, no, you can only play it this way. No, you can only play it this way.
Like, it's not
this is the
optimal.
true way to play it. Like, no, I don't care about optimal. I just want to have fun.
Can a girl just have some fun? I said, Jack said.
Like
Can a girl gamer just have some fun?
I remember that there was this whole thing where, so like the game is player versus environment. Like, but the way the devs made the game, and this is like hearsay because I haven't looked into it yet. Supposedly the devs, they have made a firm standpoint that the game, while it has player versus player, they want the game to be focused more towards the player versus the environment. Because lore stuff. They allow the PvP. They don't just they just don't make it like the primary aspect of the game.
Right. They want to stand out because there's already a lot of PvP shooters, so why not do something different?
And there are so many people that are like specifically PvP people that get angry over that. And they're like, no, if you want this game to stay alive, you got to do this and that. I'm like, no, stop, shut up, stop. We don't need to have a constant form of like competitiveness because that's how you get sweaty lobbies. And what the developers did is that they created a matchmaking system where it's based on your aggression. So the more you attack people, the more likely in the future you'll get paired up in lobbies that have people that attack each other. So if you want a PvP, you get the PvP. But the PvP people don't like that. They don't like it. You know why?
Because why? Enlighten me.
Because then they start saying, "Oh no, it's too sweaty. No, I want to fight the people that don't want to fight back. I want to fight people that don't want to fight back, so I can take their stuff." Like,
AKA, I just want to win.
Like, oh, I see what it is. Like, goddamn, freaking rats.
Path of least resistance to win. I mean, hey, it's you know what. So, you know how lately I've been going back into playing Tekken 8 specifically, and I noticed that there is, even within my ranks, which is kind of, I'm in the mid tier of ranks right now. I actually haven't touched the game in a week because I've been focused on just other stuff. So, but I'm in the mid tier ranks, and even in that tier, I could already tell which what player is one of those sweats, and they pick a very specific character, and I am disappointed that it's just this character that I notice this type of behavior. And unfortunately, if I see someone play Law online on rank matches, Law, I already assume, all right, this is the guy. He's gonna go straight to doing either I'm playing against a bot, or I'm playing against a guy who knows all the bread and butter combos, knows exactly which move to do after certain attacks. And on the surface, it would look like, man, they whooped me so well. You know, you expect them to be in the higher ranks. But then I got thinking, wait a minute. If they're playing this well, why are they in my rank? And then
I see what's happening.
Yeah. And then I realized, oh, you like to play. It's like, so you're playing Law because he has these very aggressive attacks that cause a lot of stun, and he's very fast and very quick. And if you don't know what you're up against, you could complete like I have. All my strategies completely fall down because I I don't know how to counter against a very hyper aggressive law.
Mm-hmm.
But the fact that you're not like up in the higher ranks and you're playing this well because you know all the different attacks to use to keep your combo strings going, that tells me that once you fight someone who knows how to actually fight against you, you just kind of fall and crumble.
Yeah.
So that's and again, I hate that. I would like to assume they're a Bruce Lee fan or like, oh, I played Law since Tekken 3 or Tekken 1 or whatever. You know, they just like the character. But just my experience playing that game is like, nah, you play Law because he has these very strong and fast attacks that you don't need a complicated input to do, and it's that easiest way to rack up wins, especially if you're just being very aggressive. And if I was a better player, I would have loved to just counter that and just shut them down and go, no, don't do that strategy on me. Don't you put that evil on me. I will literally beat you and then leave because I don't want to fight you again. But sadly, I am not that type of player because I try to play fairly, but no, there is no taking turns or going back into neutral. It's just put you on the ground, keep going, just just hog your space. And I'm like, let me get up for a damn minute, goddamn. It's one of those players.
No, never. No, can't allow you.
No, gotta go into my next combo strings. So through that, I can understand your frustration because like you just want to you want to have fun playing the game, play the game your way. It's like I don't care for the meta. I don't care about optimal. I just want to have fun. Games are meant to be fun, not. And Manuel Elias says is one of the big problems within the online gaming environment that a lot of players, especially if either they dub themselves as professional players or they make a living of showing off their proudness of playing a game. They can't just play for fun. They can't treat it with games that should be treated as a hobby. They gotta go for the path of least resistance and with the highest reward.
Yeah, like look at a good example as well is like look at Sparking Zero.
Nah,
the game is supposed to be something like a couch, like something you play on the couch. Like remember the times when you played Budokai or Budokai Tenkaichi, whichever ones. You guys don't take it seriously. You're not like saying, okay, I'm only gonna be playing whatever is like the top tier Super Saiyan 3 Goku, doing this and that, having this weapon, having this skill and this skill. No, it's just like, I think today I'm gonna play Hercule and I'm gonna see if I can beat you.
Yeah, or like, you know what, I'm going to. Or if it like a Sparking Zero's case, I'm gonna have the full Z Warriors as the whole team because why not? And just do a boss rush against Broly or something. See how far it can make it.
And you see what happened now when it came to like the online mode, because when it bringing in that, not just the online mode, the tournament, the infamous tournament, where they were trying to do some kind of meta, and the meta is hit someone once and time them out.
See, literally hit and run away, hit and run.
It was literally hit them once and then fly up and down repeatedly.
Oh no!
And you had to use an Android, because with the Androids they automatically regenerate ki moving around without doing anything.
Oh no!
So they shot a ki blast.
No.
Whoever got hurt, then they'll just start flying up and down. And you can't hit them because the weird hitboxes you just can't hit them with.
Isn't that fun? Doesn't it sound fun, guys?
And just that showing, I feel like that showing killed the game.
Oh my god! Oh my god! It's literally what happened to boxing.
Like, I seriously think that just them doing that, people, whenever, like, people were saying, like, the big public were saying, no, this game is not competitive. The game is supposed to be, it's supposed to be unfair because you can't just win playing as Chaozu when you're going against the great ape baby. You can't win.
No, if you want fairness, Dragon Ball Fighters is right over there.
Exactly.
And even then, that's not completely fair. But at least it's a fighting game meant to be played, where you can like figure out your best team. Sparking Zero, it's a toy box, for God's sakes. It's for you to be like, yo, I wanna beat BTN and play Goku at the World Tournament. I want to reenact that chapter from Dragon Ball.
Like, I've seen some amazing things from the casual aspect of Sparking Zero, where they made up their own little so I don't know if you know this, but in Sparking Zero they have a section of the game where you can be able to make your own episodes. So people make the most stupidest episodes, but they're hilarious.
I saw that mode. I haven't messed with it, so I have little experience with it. And Gato put it poignantly. He says, "A lesson: not every game needs to be an esport, or treat it as one. And we need to go. You know what? We need to go back to just treating games as just fun hobbies. That's the important thing. Just something fun you do on the side. It's not your career. It's not. You know, I love me some fighting games, but like, come on, we don't." We don't need to be traveling to the desert to win $1 million. Yeah, you guys know what I'm talking about.
Like, damn, it's just like we can't have fun anymore. Everything has to be. And then, like, what's worse is, like, I will say the streamers in general, the general, like, big streamers, they kind of ruin games in a way because, yeah, their voices are odd, like, they're louder compared to everyone else.
Yep.
So they will be going like, oh, if it's a shooter game, and they're like, oh, well, this gun is very stupid. I don't like it. They need to nerf it this way and that way because it's unfair because I died to it. I don't like it. And then the devs thinking that that streamer's voice is the voice of everyone, does it, and the game starts dying. Look at Rainbow Six Siege.
Yep.
It's not dead. I wouldn't say it's dead, but like it has less of a player base than before.
A good example. Look at Overwatch. Granted, a lot of other things affected that game's popularity, but when it was trying to push into an esport, a lot of the fun things people like about Overwatch in the beginning were slowly taken away.
Yeah. And thank you, Ghetto. That is a perfect example too. I blame the Melee players took a game that wasn't intentionally competitive, and look where we are now. Exactly. Like, I swear,
it comes back to Melee.
The game was a party game. By default, items were on. By default, environmental hazards were on. It was supposed to be survive not just the player but the environment and have fun with it. Now it's like, no, final destination, no items,
Fox only.
Fox only. I'm like, god damn it.
You see, Jack, I perfectly put this little kink in my controller so that my wave dashes can be 0.5 seconds faster.
I swear, and that like you joke, but right now they do the same thing like that too with
I gotta plink faster.
Like I remember it was in the Apex Legends. It was Apex Legends. They were trying to crack down on people using like a specific type of add-on attachment to your controllers or mouse.
Oh, good lord.
Which would basically, well, what it would do is it would control the recoil of your gun. So instead of you having to learn the patterns of the recoil of your gun, this little device does it for you. So you're not really like
thank you, Activision,
having the skill to you just laser beam them. And when they were saying, "Oh, you can't do that. That's illegal," people were like, "Well, why? I need it. Dude, you just play the game."
Thank you, Activision. It was certainly worth it to not have Respawn make Titanfall 3. It was certainly worth it. But you know what? We can keep on more examples, but I think you get the gist of it. And you know what? That's probably part of the reason why I'm finding myself wanting to play these older games. Not to sound like all those YouTube videos that try to glorify like game old stuff. I mean, it is very neat and it's a fun hobby, but it's not for everyone. And as well, I don't want to be that type of person that ends up being, oh, new thing always bad, old thing better. No, sometimes a new thing is really good, you know. And but you know, however, something there's certain trends and some trends or ideas that make you go, you know what, I'm not picking up what you're dropping, or I don't want to follow this path, so let me choose something different. And I think that's probably why I find myself wanting to drifting more to play older games, because I don't inherently think they're better, but they are giving me a different experience that I can't find with a lot of newer games. And as well, one thing too, I can afford them. I like, because there's I can afford them, and even though I have a perfectly fine machine that I'm using right now to stream to you all that can run newer games, at a specific point, you know, this day's gonna need an upgrade, and then, you know, I won't be able to play those new games much more. And I do want to play them. Like, I actually do want to play Clair Obscur 33, even if it got, you know, all of them awards. I'm sure there's a reason, and I like an RPG.
And I was like really not wanting to break HAC's heart whenever it came to his ideas about the PC stuff, but I had to tell him before. Like, although side tangent about that, there are rumors that Intel might be getting back into making memory, but they want to make memory specifically for AI. And I say it in a good way, because at least that means that if they succeed in this, that means that AI can take that instead of taking our RAM sticks.
Interesting.
They're gonna call it ZAM.
ZAM.
I don't know.
It sounds like, you know what, it sounds like a thing that exists in the world of Gundam. And that right, doesn't that sound like they get a ZAM? Like, it feels like a mobile suit. It's like, damn it, get in the ZAM! Someone get in the ZAM! It says Zeon's getting hit us hard.
Oh, it even sounds like Gundam-esque. Look, ZAM or Z-angle memory.
God, that's Gundam. That someone on the Intel team is big into Gundam. That sounds like a Gundam thing.
Z-angle memory. My God, is that the new Gundam with the ZAM configuration mod?
With that, the Federation's new type pilots will certainly tide over their battle. That's right. There is something called ZAM in Gundam. The big ZAM. There is. It literally does exist. I forgot. No wonder if it felt like it's real, because it is. Thank you again for the reminder.
So it's official. We're gonna be making Gundams now.
And it's all thanks to Intel of all companies. I knew they wouldn't let us down. I knew it. Jack Ghetto wants you to look at what the big ZAM looks like, so you get an idea what we're talking about.
Let me see. Big Zam.
Big Zam.
Oh.
Yeah.
I feel like I want to crush it. I like how okay, I know this is supposed to say something else, but it says front MSG, and I'm just thinking Metal Gear Solid, but like flipping the letters around.
Metal Solid Gear.
Metal Solid Gear.
What if the Big Zam was a Metal Gear?
Or MSG, as in the Chinese seasoning. Can I cook a Big Zam?
My God. This Big Zam as MSG. Truly a weapon to surpass Metal Gear. Now all of China will know.
Otacon, I don't know why, but I'm starting to feel fatigue and a bit of a headache. This MSG, it's not helpful. We need to tell the government.
Snake, the Big Zam was a covert weapon developed by the Chinese military back in 1982.
It was never to lie down.
It was never official. When I gotta do Otacon, it was never officially deployed because they were never just deployed because of the side effects. But be careful. In order to combat MSG, you gotta drink plenty of water, Snake. Don't give up. Stay hydrated.
I don't know. I'm feeling very lethargic. I think I need to lie down.
You see the stamina meter just falling. You gotta,
as soon as he lies down, like, Snake.
Dum 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 bum bum bum.
Even Snake cannot deal with MSG.
Those nano machines weren't fast enough to stop the MSG. Ancient Chinese secret. Oh, you know what? And with that, hit my hand on my cup holder.
MSG, son.
And with that, I think that's a good conclusion to our episode. So let's go and move on into, of course, our usual and closing announcements. So before I throw it off to Jack, we're gonna go ahead and make a big announcement because next episode is going to be a very, very special episode that Jack and I have been working on behind the scenes for a few months now, and excuse me, something caught my throat. So, if you guys remember, a few months ago, Jack and I, we did a special episode of the JAC Show of the games of our youth, in which we covered one of Jack's games from his younger years, that being I Am Alive. Well, it is now my turn to pick a game from my youth, and so next week, hopefully next week, if nothing gets in the way, we'll be doing another games of our youth, and this time we'll be doing a full episode covering our experience replaying. Replaying. Got that drum roll? Where's that drum roll? You have a drum roll? No, you probably don't have a drum roll. Where is that drum roll?
I only got this. There you go. I'm clicking it for you.
Good enough. All right, that's good enough. All right, we'll be talking about the Prince of Persia, the Sands of Time. So look forward to that episode next week, talking about all about our the first Prince of Persia game of the Sands of Time trilogy, quadrilogy, depends how you want to see Forgotten Sands. But we'll be talking about that next week, from the beginning of the game all the way to the end, and share our experiences, our renewed thoughts on the game, going back into it, and everything in between. So look forward to that episode next Monday. And in the meantime, until that episode, Jack, tell the folks what they can look forward to this week on your end.
Tuesday we will see. Oh, we'll be finishing up Cursed Halo Reach. Well, we're gonna finish that up at around 6 to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. On Wednesday, though, Dr. Crow and I are gonna be planning to play some Yu-Gi-Oh. We have a few rules, at least the ones that I know, because he was trying to add more rules, and I'm like, no, I just want to play. I just want to have fun. The rules are only 2011 and down or earlier. So like that's the max. 2011. That's the latest year we can play of cards. I have a few decks now that I've built. Are they good? Who knows? I just took them offline and said that's good enough for me. But we're gonna be playing that.
Yeah, I'm gonna see, like, I'm gonna try to see if I can make it, if only to be your Joey or Tristan during the match. Remember the heart of the cards, Jack. Remember the heart of the cards.
If you want to join us, I wouldn't say no.
Let's see if I can make it. I am actually occupied on Wednesday evening, so it's a big if. I'm not gonna make any promises, but I will love to see if I can get it to
in the sources just in case. Gotcha. It does have a spectators gallery.
I'll be your Kaiba.
It will be. Let me see if I can remember the time. The time was at 5:30 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Okay,
that's when we'll start.
You know what? No, let Johnny be your Kaiba. I'll be the Joey.
Oh yeah, of course. He can definitely be my Kaiba.
Pathetic, yeah, some pathetic cards, Jackie boy. All right. Anyways, continue
on. Thursday will be an off day as well. I think I'm gonna be regularly making Thursdays of my off days, and Friday we will see what we'll do. It'll be up in the air.
All right, thank you very much, Jack, for those announcements. As for my end, things have been a little quiet on my solo channel, but that's only because I have been preparing and getting ready to start the grinding process of working on my next major video. So I have not allotted myself the time to make a lot of the content I would make on the only hack. But of course, anything random could just pop up in my head, and you might see just a video about it. So that can always happen. But I am hard at work at making the next major video for the JAC Show. So I got nothing that big to announce. I would like to do a live stream of a game. What that game is, I am still not sure, but I definitely don't want things to be too quiet, at least for my solo channel. And of course, I will be here for the next episode of the JAC Show, but that goes without saying. So, with all of that said, thank you very much for watching episode 236, and glad to everyone to be here. And for anyone who's watching this on the replay, get to watch it all the way to the end. And until next time, this is HAC and JAC. Sign out.
Good night, everyone. I almost forgot my thing.